everybody. Thank you for joining us for this Small Business Boot Camp on this Tuesday, September 6th. Hope everybody had a great Labor Day holiday yesterday and this past weekend. And enjoyed the nice hot weather that has come back to at least the Phoenix area. And throughout, I think, the whole West Coast, and a lot of areas are seeing a lot of heat. But it was very nice weather, so hope everybody were able to enjoy it. Have a good time. I'm Robert Theobald. I'm a Small Business Ombudsman and Vice President of Small Business Services here at the Arizona Commerce Authority, and we're glad to have you with us today. As we like to do when we start our boot camps is we like to recognize all of our community partners. We could not do these webinars without their time, their effort, and their expertise. So for those that are new to the Small Business Boot Camp, this is a program that we have designed to help small businesses prepare, plan, and grow. It is a statewide initiative supported by all our community partners. And not only is it our webinar series that we do every Tuesday morning, 9 a.m., it is a content library and a series of workshops. So we're not going to dive too deep into the workshops, but the next workshop is November 2nd. If you want to tag your calendar on that, it will be in person and virtual. And it will be talking about access to capital and looking at the things you need to do as we end the year, as we get near the end of the year. So we don't have that ready to register yet, but that will be on November 2nd. Now, as we look at the content library, it is a great resource that we have created. So the content library is where we house all of our recorded webinars. Ever since the beginning of the boot camp, we've recorded every session or nearly every session, and we post those in the content library. Now, we know a lot of people cannot attend this session live at 9 a.m., so we make it accessible with the recording. And by doing that, we have over 200, about 230 recorded webinars of all of our experts that you can go back and review at any time. Or if there's one that you've watched that you really liked and you want to share with others, you can share that link and others can go on and watch that webinar as well. You can also go in the content library and sort by these 7 different categories you see on the screen to help narrow down the list of available boot camps. As with 230, that's quite a few to go through to find what you're looking for. Also, if there's a topic you can't find, you know it's on there, you can't quite find it, feel free to reach out to us and we can guide you to that session or the topic you might be interested in. And if it's something we haven't done yet, maybe it's something that we will add and do here in the future as well. So with that, we have some other programs here at the ACA that help support small businesses throughout the state. We have our Small Business Services, our Workforce Division, and our Arizona MEP, our Manufacturing Extension Partnership. Additionally, we have the Small Business Checklist, and this is an online interactive tool that entrepreneurs and existing businesses can use to identify the commonly requested licensing, registration, and compliance needs at the local, state, and federal levels. You can also identify industry needs. If your industry requires additional registration and licensing, or if you're going into a new market, if what business licenses and registration may be required in that market or in that community. So there's a lot of great resources here. It is a very comprehensive checklist, but if you're looking for a very quick, short answer, you may be able to find that with our virtual assistant. You see there on the screen, Sally. She can help with some of your business questions as well. So with that, we also want to make sure everybody knows that applications are currently open for our next Small Business Digital Academy. And this program is a 6-week program designed to help small businesses scale their online presence and build a digital capacity. You can kind of think of it as a 101 level class on the digital world for business. There's no cost to participate except for your time and your effort. And it does require some time and effort, 3 to 4 hours a week to get the most out of the class. But we hold sessions every week on this, and there are some at-home self-paced pieces that go with it to help broaden your knowledge on the digital world. So again, if you're interested, the website is listed there, and Faith will post it in the chat so you can go look at it. And if it's something you want to do, you can go ahead and apply. Again, those applications are now open This will be our 9th cohort of this, and we're constantly modifying it. And again, we bring in experts. We use expert presentations to help with this session as well. So with that, let's look at some of our upcoming sessions. We have the 6 steps to develop a social media holiday plan. We're talking about the holiday in September because you got to get that plan in place before the holidays to maximize it. So that's next Tuesday. And then the following week is building a profitable path. And then the following is navigating the hot job market. Even though there's threats of recession and other stuff, we still know that unemployment is really low and it's very tough for businesses to find people. So we're going to talk about that with our friends from Elite Entrepreneurs. So with that, we're going to jump into today's session. Today, we're going to be talking about no-cost business support programs. And we have 3 great programs here to share what they do and how they do it and how you can take advantage of the programs. We'll have Carol Shaughnessy from SCORE, which SCORE goes by SCORE now, but it was originally created as an acronym for the Service Corps of Retired Executives. So you kind of know a bit where that name comes from, but they're a great program. And then we have Laura Suarez from the Prestamo CDFI Women's Business Center. And then we will wrap up with Yolanda Facio from the Small Business Development Centers, the state office there. So with that, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and turn the time over to Carol to share her presentation and talk about the programs that SCORE has that you can leverage.
Great. Well, good morning, everybody. And thank you, Robert. Thanks for that introduction. I do want to speak very briefly about, can you all see my screen? Just want to double check. Great. Perfect. Cool. So yeah, originally in the 60s, we were started by a group of retired business owners who decided they wanted to give back to the community. And they were indeed retired executives. And that's where the name came from, Service Corps Retired Executives. But some of us have this groundswell of calling it the serving communities by offering resources to entrepreneurs. I like that one a lot better. I think that has a better descriptor of who we are and what we do. So to get started, SCORE is here. Our tagline is for the life of your business. We support all stages of businesses. So let me, whoops, sorry about that. Overview. We have 10,000 volunteers located in 230 chapters, all 50 states. And we support, as I said, all stages from even pre-concept, just that silly idea that you had on a cocktail napkin when you're out brainstorming with some friends, all the way to your business exit. So our 10,000 volunteers are from all walks of life. They are entrepreneurs, serial entrepreneurs, former entrepreneurs. They are people who have owned large businesses, small businesses. They understand really what it's like to be a solopreneur. They understand what it's like to scale, understand what it's like to make payroll. And boy, is that a pain point that there's a lot of stress involved with the small business owner for, especially in the beginning. How do you hire? How do you hire the right people? How do you find funding? How do you, I could go on, and I'm sure you don't want to hear all that. You all know all of those pain points. Our SCORE national impact from last year, 2021, over 25,000 new businesses started as a result of our SCORE services, and 71,000 non-owner jobs created, for a total of 96,000 total jobs created. So the owner of the business themselves, plus anybody that they would have hired. Our SCORE national resources include a business training library, a startup roadmap, which is very similar to what Robert just shared on their website. I'm sure we all have very similar resources, which is great, just getting the word out to the community, all of those business owners that really need it. It's a step-by-step guide on how to get your business started. We also have professionally produced on-demand webinars. We have live chat with a mentor 2 days a week. which is coming soon to the individual chapters, but you can go to score.org, our national website. And when you see that live chat button up, that means that there's a mentor on the other line, and you can speak with them for 5 minutes or 20 minutes. And of course, if you happen to really connect with that mentor and what you're discussing really resonates with you, you want to dive deeper, you of course can have a mentoring session with that exact mentor. So that's something that we started during the pandemic. Actually, it had been in development, like, you know, a lot of things. The pandemic really kind of moved us along. SCORE Arizona. We have 3 chapters here: the Northern Arizona chapter, the Greater Phoenix, and Southern Arizona. And if you took a ruler and you basically cut the state into thirds, that's pretty much how we work. Northern Arizona is based out of Prescott. They are responsible for all of Northern Arizona. They're responsible for everything from Show Low on the east over to Havasu on the west and down to about Casa Grande. Phoenix covers about from just south of Prescott down to, Phoenix goes down to Casa Grande, and Southern Arizona, based out of Tucson, takes everything from the border east, west, and south. So pretty much wherever you are in the state of Phoenix, you can find a mentor that's based in one of those 3 chapters. We actually do have a gentleman out of the Northern Arizona chapter who's living the van life. So how fun is that? Sometimes connectivity is a bit of a challenge for him, but he's still mentoring. He's mentoring from the road. And I think it's really a wonderful way to give back. We offer one-on-one mentoring, and our mentor match is either by the zip code, if you want somebody that's local and understands some of your local challenges, by keyword search, if you have a specific industry or a particular problem, say with patents, then you can search for a mentor in that way. Or also you can browse profiles in your local chapter. Most chapters have quite a few of their mentors that show up on their website, and their pictures and their profiles are there so that you can take a look and see who it is you think would be a good fit for you. We also offer in-person workshops at the chapter level. Some chapters are moving a little faster towards that than others, but I encourage you to check out our chapter websites, which you can find through just simply score.org, and find out what they have coming up. We have a series in person in Northern Arizona coming up from a lawyer. She's hitting on 3 different law/HR topics, September, October, and November. And our in-person workshops, as I said, they're moving forward. The libraries are actually opening up, and they're requesting us to deliver in-person workshops, which I think is wonderful because people are so missing that connection with one another and in their communities. We have locally produced webinars. Individual chapters will create and deliver webinars. And the great thing about now being so much of our lives being on Zoom is they're shareable. So you'll find probably people on this event that we're talking on, they could be even from out of state. They just hear about a content that they're interested in, and they plug in, and we're able to share all of our webinars across the state, as well as in the state of Utah. My district responsible for the state of Utah and Arizona. So we do a lot of district shared services. We share our webinars, we share our mentors, we do co-mentoring sessions. Quite a bit is now done under the One SCORE banner, which I'll talk about in a few minutes. So SCORE Arizona for business growth. We are, as I said, for the life of the business. We are from pre-concept out to exit stage. We offer business owner forums, which if you're not familiar with that, that is where business owners from different industries will meet on a regular basis. So there's probably 10 to 12 people in a room at any given time. And they talk about their business challenges and they brainstorm with the other business owners. It's facilitated by someone from SCORE. And it's just a wonderful platform for people to be able to open up and share their challenges and learn from the other people in the room. if they've had that same challenge, how they've addressed it. They tend to form really strong connections with one another, and every once in a great while there's a business connection as well that occurs, but it's really about sharing and growing in a unique way. We also offer a high performance business assessment, which is of course for a business that's been in business growth stage for quite some time. And what that is an initial assessment of 20 different areas of your business, and you rate yourself how you think you're operating, how important it is to your business, and how you think you're operating on a scale of 1 to 5. And the person who facilitates this makes no bones about asking you, okay, so you give yourself a 1, you think you're the highest rated in that particular category. Why do you think that? And she'll really help you kind of dig down deeper into why you feel that way and what are impacting those categories of your business, who else is involved, or maybe people external to your business. So that's something that we offer for fee. We offer women's roundtables, also similar to the business owner forums, but it's only for women. And then networking events. We'll be doing more of those, of course, as we get a little further out of the pandemic and people are more interested in getting out into their communities. So before I go, I did want to talk about the 1 score concept, which is we are sharing more and more across chapters, districts, regions, and across the country, where we have the ability on our end to find mentors or co-mentors, even to bring in on a mentoring session. So if a long-term client suddenly develops, say, an HR issue, and they don't know how to handle it, and maybe it's outside of their mentor's bailiwick, then they can use a search function in our CRM and find a mentor or two that have a strong background in HR, and then connect in a co-mentoring session. So your mentor stays your mentor. They are your primary mentor for the life. And they bring in a co-mentor as needed for a specific subject matter expert. So that's what we call 1 score. It's about sharing all of our resources with one another and be able to give all of our clients exactly what they need when they need it. That is the end of my presentation. Are there any questions?
If you do have questions throughout these presentations, feel free to post them in the Q&A box at the bottom of the screen, and we will come back to them again at the end of everybody's presentation and circle back. So don't feel the need that you have to scramble to type your question real quick. We will get to that as well. So thank you, Carol. Thank you for sharing all that information about SCORE. And with that, we will jump over to Laura Suarez with the Women's Business Center.
Yes, thank you so much. So let me, let me see how I'm going to do this. I was not having a good time sharing my screen. So I'm going to share my screen like this. Present. Okay, so hopefully I do this right, and then I'm going to present. Then I couldn't find it. And then do you just see my speaker notes, or do you actually see my screen? You probably don't see my
speaker notes.
Yeah, sorry.
You gotta share your other monitor.
Yeah, thank you. So I couldn't find this screen where I can see everybody to share my screen. So one moment. Here it is. And then let me put it back. I'm so sorry. I should know this by now. We've been doing this for so long, but I'm going to start my slides from the very beginning. There it goes. Okay, now I can share my screen. Why am I having a hard time? I can't find my other screen. I feel terrible. One moment. I'm going to stop sharing my screen from here. Then I'm going to do it again. I'm so sorry. This is the first time I'm doing it this way, and I don't know how to do it. So now present. And then I'm going to stop sharing so then I can share my screen again. I'm so sorry. I am not this bad. There it is. Welcome.
All right.
Having 2 screens is not that fun. Thank you so much, Robert, for the opportunity to come here and present with everyone about the Women's Business Center. I was here about 1.5 years ago in one of the boot camps. And so we were just barely starting our Women's Business Center, and I believe we were launching virtually at the time. And so now it's really exciting to see that we're in person. And so again, my name is Laura. I am the program director for the Women's Business Center here in the state of Arizona. I am one of two we are one of two women's business centers here in the state of Arizona. We are the Maricopa County, upper northern Arizona Women's Business Center, and then there is a Women's Business Center down in Tucson. So if you wanted more information about that, we can get you that information. So who are we? We are one, I always like to say that, we are one of the 4 resource partners to the SBA. They officially announced that CPLC Prestamos, a CDFI, a community development financial institution, had been selected in the Phoenix area to run a women's business center back in January of 2021. CPLC's Prestamos, which is again a community development financial institution, has been providing mission-based small business lending and quality business education for over 20 years, and is excited to expand on this program. The Community Development Financial Institution, again, has been around for about 20 plus years. They are a space for small businesses in case traditional lending might not be an option. We are able to do small business lending. We can do startup lending. And so if you're thinking about and considering lending for your small business to start your small business or maybe expand on your small business, we're a great space to have those conversations. The Women's Business Center provides free to low cost counseling training. And while everyone can use our space, we are hyper focused on the women who we serve here in the Valley. And so we want to help start, we want to help grow, and we want to help expand small businesses. What do we do at the Women's Business Center? We assist women own businesses through education, technical assistance, and access to capital. We create an inclusive and diverse business center for participants to collaborate. We also create financial and networking opportunities, and I'll talk a little bit more about those. We expand current businesses and startup ventures. We expand employment, capital growth, government procurement opportunities, and certifications for government contracting. Currently, we've helped about, the certification process can be a little lengthy, and so 5 women have gone through the certification process so far with us here at the Women's Business Center, so it's really exciting. And specifically one who's a woman-owned contracting small business, and so it's always nice to see that she's now in that world, and now we're guiding her through that process and what it looks like to look for contracts and to start bidding. We work with a lot of different partnerships, including the SBDC and SCORE, who's here with us currently. And then we also work with another nonprofit organization who helps us with the government contracting as well. How do we do it? So we definitely at the Women's Business Center do the custom tailored approach. We understand that no 2 businesses are going to be the same and that no 2 needs are going to be the same. I can come here and want to open a makeup business, and then we have a woman who wants to open a contractor's business, and so we may be on the same path, but we're going to end up in different routes. And so we really try to figure out where you are. Not only do we do the trainings, but we also do a lot of technical assistance, or we have business advisors within Prestamos that can help and write your own plan on how you're going to achieve those goals. So know that when you're coming here, you'll get through the same beginning stages, but then you'll eventually end up somewhere very different. We do a lot of the work that we do a lot of it hybrid or virtually also, and we've started a lot of the in-person learning. We actually started in person around October of last year, and so we've seen a really great space. People do want to meet in person, and so we've continued our in-person learning. What are the things that we offer here at the Women's Business Center? And similar to my resource partners on the call, we offer coaching, micro lending, technical assistance, different types of workshops within Prestamos and ourselves here at the WBC. We do networking opportunity, and of course, tons of resource to extend out to the community. For example, I know sometimes people get confused with what is advising and what is technical assistance. Technical assistance for us means If let's say that you are ready to build a logo, but you really don't have the funding right now, we can help you at no cost to build that logo, to build that brand. Maybe you're ready to build your website, but again, the funding isn't quite there just yet. And so we help you with building the back end of a website so that you can have at least the first landing page, to your business online. Our coaches are experts in areas like financial management, accounting, human resources, website and digital strategies, operations management, and marketing. We do get a lot of people that are thinking about kind of what ways to expand on their marketing. And so that's one of our really popular ones. Where can you find us? So we are located off of 10th Street and Buckeye Road in Phoenix, Arizona. We're in South Phoenix. So kind of like central, kind of extending into South Phoenix. Our direct address is here on the screen, 1008 East Buckeye Road. We are available to you at any time. We are open Monday through Thursday and then virtually on Fridays. But if you ever needed to come, take advantage of our space, please do so. Our space is open to all people that are thinking about maybe having a meeting, but a coffee shop isn't maybe the ideal space. Come to us. We're a pretty quiet space. We've been open again since November, and we're here as a resource to small business owners. I didn't put it in the slides, but if you are interested, we will be having a women's minority summit that's going to be happening September 30th in collaboration with SCORE. And so I'll be linking the information on the chat. But if you have any questions, go on to our website. We do have an apply now button to become a client of the WBCs. And if you have any questions, this is our direct line. Julissa is an amazing person that'll answer the phone and will direct you to where you need to go. I will also be linking my email in the chat in case you have any questions. Again, I'm totally doing the plug and talking about the September 30th a Women Minority Summit with SCORE at the Women's Business Center. Space is incredibly limited, so please, if you're interested, this is an at no cost work seminar, so half of a day, and you get lunch as well. And so you'll be learning from a lot of our mentors and business advisors on different things that you can do for your small business. I'll go ahead and I'll stop sharing my screen, and then I can go ahead and put in my information in the chat.
Laura, we had a great question. It says, does Prestamo CDFI serve businesses outside of the Phoenix metro area, e.g.
Yes,
women entrepreneurs in northern Arizona?
Yes, we do. Yes. And so if you want more information on that loan piece, I would be more than happy to take that call. We can have a conversation, or I can just direct you to the business development officers who work hand in hand. We're in 5 states currently, which is California, New Mexico, Nevada, Texas, and Arizona. So we really can help small businesses that are within Arizona and outside of Arizona. Yeah.
All right, excellent. Thank you, Laura. And with that, we'll jump over to our next presenter, Yolanda Facio from the SBDC.
Good morning. Hopefully you can see my screen. Yes.
We don't see your presentation, though. We just see a very colorful background.
Oh, very colorful. Let's see what's happening here. Share my screen.
So for those that aren't as familiar with Zoom, when you're presenting on Zoom and you have multiple monitors, sometimes the presentation software doesn't like the multiple monitors. And so.
Is that showing now?
Not showing anything.
Okay, I wonder if because I'm actually in the presentation mode, let me get out of that real quick. Because we didn't have issues earlier.
Right.
One more time. Okay, can you see the presentation now? Perfect. Okay, that's the big thing, the big trick. Good morning, everyone. My name is Yolanda. I am with the Arizona Small Business Development Center Network. So we are a network of 10. My role is as a business counselor previously at the Maricopa Center. We have 10 centers, with one at Gateway Community College, which is our Maricopa Center and services all of Maricopa. I also am an adjunct faculty with Glendale Community College doing small business classes. And currently I supervise our new Aero platform, which is a new offering I'm going to talk to you about in just a minute. So as I said, we have 10 SBDC centers all around Arizona. Our biggest benefit is that we provide no-cost counseling, training, and resources. Everything through our centers is free. So we have all kinds of ways to help you. We have workshops going on regularly on a monthly basis. Our counseling means that you get a specified counselor that's assigned directly to you, and you'll work with that one counselor throughout the life of your experience with the SBDC. And then the great benefit is that we have counselors that have all kinds of different types of experience. And so if you say are in construction business or an automotive business, we may have somebody who has experience in that area, either having been a business owner. And so we can, pull those folks in to counseling sessions to make sure you get a more robust experience. Again, with resources, we have lots and lots of resources. You can see from the AZSBDC services list here on this particular slide that we have all kinds of things that we offer. One of the things that we do a lot of is we work directly with the PTAC services. That's the Procurement Technical Assistance Center, and they help with things like government contracting, assist with getting certifications, answering questions, showing how you can get in on the list of jobs and projects that are out there available for you to bid on. So that's a great sort of connection that we have. Most of our work is in one-to-one business counseling services, but we're here for all of your business needs. So the idea is to help you grow your business, start your business if you haven't started yet. We have a great pre-venture program that we can get you through before you get into the startup phase. And then, of course, we want to help you sustain your business with various ways of growing as you get into the longer term years of your business. That could be capital, that could be hiring, any kind of way that we can help you manage and grow your business successfully. That's what we're here for. As you can see from the economic impact we had in 2021, we did help a lot of clients. Almost 6,000 clients were served. We also do a lot of capital formation. So working with places like Brestamos and working with Wells Fargo or Chase Bank, or whatever kind of loan that you need for your business, we're here to help you figure out what's the best place to get money, and then how can we get you in front of those lenders. And in doing that, we were able to help raise $141 million in new capital for our clients. The other really cool number is this 71 million in sales increases. And basically what that is saying is that for our long-term customers, every year we track what is the work that we're doing with those businesses and how are we helping them grow. That 71 million represents every single business that we work with, and the increase they had in sales from 2020 to 2021. And during the pandemic, I have to say that's a pretty nice number, being able to help businesses still continue to grow, even given all of the challenges that we had. So we do have a landing page, and you can see in the lower right corner, Maricopa EDU growth. This is our landing page to sort of help you begin to navigate services with the SBDC. In this particular landing page really directs you to our starting a business program, our money team, and then for our Aero marketplace. And you can see this is from the landing page. You can see we have 3 icons here. The start icon is really all about starting your business. What kinds of help do you need? Do you have a business idea, but you're not sure where to go with it? Have you already started, but you think you're still missing some steps? Maybe you're not sure that you do or don't need a sales tax license, we can talk you through whether or not that's a requirement. So the start area is really just about getting help and having questions answered in the startup phase. One of the things I hear the most from new startup businesses is, I've gotten started, I've made some sales, but I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do next. And I don't know if I have all the things I'm supposed to have in place. So maybe you don't have your LLC yet, and we need to help you navigate that. Maybe you don't have your EIN or sales tax, and you may not understand all of those things and if you need them and why you need them. So that's what the start area is for. When you click any one of these on the website, it'll take you to a quick form. You'll fill out and it'll direct you to the place you need to go to get the appropriate sign up for our SBDC counseling. The grow area of SBDC is all about our money team. So we have a money team at the state office, and then every center around the state has folks on hand to help you figure out capital for your business. What do you need to grow? It could be a small loan, it could be from a community lender, it could be from a big lender. Most banks require a list of things, and we help you navigate what is that list of things that you need in order to get in front of a lender. Many times a business plan is required. And in that case, we want to help you get that business plan written. And so once you've got it in our hands, we're going to review it. We're going to make sure that it tells the appropriate story for your needs so that when you get in front of a lender, you have all of the things in place, and we're helping you to put your best foot forward. So the other thing that we do in terms of money team is once we've assessed what do you need? What kind of money do you need? Do you just need money for maybe getting a new vehicle? Or do you need some growth funds to purchase equipment? Whatever it is that you need, once we've assessed that, then we can sort of go to some of our lenders in our giant Rolodex, and we will match you. We'll have conversations with them, present your business, ask if they're ready to do lending for that type of industry at this time, and then provide you with references to lenders who are ready to talk to you, who have already learned a little bit about you and are definitely interested in doing business with you. So that's a really cool benefit. Just makes your life easier in terms of getting in front of the right lenders at the right time. And then our last program, which I'm really excited about, is the match area, which is our Arrow program. So our Arrow program, this is what I get to spend my day working on all day, which I love because it's a great program. It's basically a matchmaking service for our small business clients. So the idea is that every business needs some help in some way. And we sometimes spend a lot of time working to put out fires and reacting to what's coming in on a daily basis. And we don't get to do the stuff in the background that we think we might need to grow our business. It could be we need to upgrade our website. Maybe we don't even have a website and we need one of those. It could be that we want to update our logo. Maybe we need some social media content or some written materials, or even help writing that business plan and putting, forecast numbers together. Maybe you've never used QuickBooks, and that's the tool you've decided you want to use, but you don't know how to get started. And you've got a box full of receipts, and those need to get into QuickBooks. So there are a lot of different things that we, as small business owners, tend to leave kind of on the back burner. I was a business owner for 25 years in the Valley, so I know, I've lived it. And so one of the things that this particular platform helps you with is getting some help with those projects. So as a service seeker, you would be a small business owner looking to get a service done for you. And this is project-based. So let's say you need a website. I like to use this example because everyone understands what that means. So I'm a service seeker. I need a new website for my business, and I don't even know where to get started, and I certainly don't have the time to get started. So I could come to this platform and, as a service seeker, put in my project for a new website. And on the other side of that, a service provider would come in and say, hey, I know how to build websites. That's what I do. That's my business. So let me see if I can help you. And then these two businesses could connect. That's what a service provider is on the website here. You can see on our landing page, we've got service provider, and service seeker. Those are the two types of people that we have coming in. So if you're looking to get a project done, or if you have the skill set to help someone get a project done, this platform works for both of you. Now, here's the great benefit. As a service seeker, I come in, I need a website. I don't know how to get started to put my project in. You come in and do my project for me. At the end, I have a working website, and that did not cost me anything. There's no cost for a service seeker to put a project in and get the project work done. Now, on the opposite side, for the service provider who comes in and offers their services, at the conclusion of the project, they get paid a stipend of up to $1,200. $1,200 doesn't sound like a lot, but when you are first starting out, it can be a lot, and it can help you build your portfolio. So if I'm a website developer and I don't have any clients because I'm just starting out, this is a great way to put some stuff on my resume, right? And put some stuff in my portfolio to show others. It's a really great way of growing a startup business, but it can also serve you as an existing business. If you're having a slow spot and you need something to fill the time or keep your developers busy, if you have maybe 10 developers, these are some great projects just to keep, cash flow coming in. So it's a great benefit for both sides because there is a stipend and because the service seeker, the small business, can get those much needed projects done without having to pay to find someone. This whole thing works really well. And you can see there's a QR code there in the corner. So you can snap on that, it takes you right to our landing page. Now, there are some conditions to participating in the program, of course, and I am available to answer all of the questions around that. One of the conditions is that you become an SBDC client. And so once you've become a client and you've had your first counseling session, we can get you signed up with the program. Our counselors can help you figure out what's a great way to use Aero to help you grow or build your business. Our counseling follows a really simple path, right? You have an initial session. We learn all about you and your business to make sure that we can provide services that are specific to your kind of business. We meet with you on a regular basis, and that's, dictated by you. If you want to meet every month, we can do that. If you want to meet every 2 months or once a quarter, when I was a counselor, I had all of those. Like when you needed me, I was available. And sometimes I would only meet with folks once every 6 months. It's all about what you need from us and when you need it. And then we track the metrics of your growth, just like that $71 million in sales growth that we record. As we work with you, we want to see you meeting your goals, and we want to track that. And we want to report that back to the SBA and say, look, this is what small businesses are doing in the state of Arizona. So you can see that there's a link there. We're going to share all these links, I believe, in an upcoming email to you. And I believe that you will also have access to this webinar online. So you can just click back in and get the links. Again, loan requests and loan package preparation from our money team. We have lots of tools. So we have IBIS World, which can help you with research. We have business plan creation tools, all kinds of research tools for figuring out who's your target market, figuring out who in your industry is doing a similar kind of business and how you compare to that business. So we have lots of things that we can help you with. Whoops, boop, boop. Last slide. So that's me. I'm Yolanda. Again, I'm the Aero platform supervisor. And while I am not currently a business counselor, I can answer any question and get you to the right person. You can see that there's an email address there for me, and you may reach out to me and ask me any question that you might have about our programs. I'm going to stop sharing right there. Hopefully I didn't go too long.
No, great. Perfect timing. We got definitely some time for some questions, and I know we have a few in there already. So if you have questions for any of our presenters, please post those in the Q&A. One question that came up was, any of you can answer this, is do you help with exit plans?
Yes, we do. We certainly.
Everybody's going, yes, we do.
Everyone's nodding, score. All of us can help you with that. Whichever, honestly, at the end of the day, and I hope I'm speaking for everyone here, we are just three people who are happening to be here to represent our programs, but all of these programs are great programs. And, not everyone's going to resonate with everything, but every single one of these programs is a great program. So, I know Laura well. I would definitely say go see Laura if you have something that she's providing that you need, right? And now that I've learned about Carol's stuff, I want to say go meet Carol and see what she can help you with. So, and I think that we all feel the same way. So any of us can help with any of the things that you need.
And Laura, you're on mute. So you're going to say something, but there's another question in here as well. Before we get to some of the other questions, the question on exiting your business is really important, because it is helpful to go to any one of these organizations to work through that. If you think you might want to exit your business within the next 3 years or even more, you definitely want to work with somebody, because it's not something, in order to maximize the value to get out of your business when you exit, there are definitely strategies to do that. That are a little bit different than when you're operating in a day-to-day business to maintain your household. So these programs can help you to also maximize that value when it comes time to exit.
I've lived through 2 exits. One was a sale of a business, and one was basically closing down a business. And, everyone sees it differently. There's lots of different ways to exit your business. And so just starting to talk about it in advance of it happening, so that you can, you all have goals around what you want your business to be and how you want it to move forward. And at the end, it could be handing it off to family, but that all requires some support.
All right, another question we have, and this is a really good one as well, because I know some of you can and some of you can't. On this, it says, does the SBA or do any of your programs assist with the development of nonprofit business?
Yes.
The SBDC does not, but I know that Laura and Carol do, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
We do.
Yeah, we actually have a specific program through the Prestamos. So one thing I didn't mention is Prestamos is we are hosted by Chicanos por la Causa, and then we have Prestamos as the Economic Development Division. And within the Economic Development Division, we have the lending side, and then we have the technical assistance, business advising, counseling, all that side. Within that side, we have 7 programs. Within that, the WBC exists, and then we have a social enterprise program. And within that social enterprise program, we're able to not only assist for-profit that wants to have that like nonprofit arm, but we also help nonprofit. And so we can definitely help with it.
Excellent. So I'm looking back at some of the questions that were answered during the presentations, and one was from John, was asking about TPT and tax code, and it can be kind of crazy. And so I'm going to answer that one. And John, you can, and for others, if you've got some tax questions and you're working through some of those challenges, these organizations can help with that guidance. They can connect you with folks at the Department of Revenue. And just last week, we had the Department of Revenue on to talk about TPT, especially e-commerce related tax code. But the Arizona Department of Revenue also has teams set up to help businesses in Arizona understand and work through the tax code. So if you need help with that, any of us on here can help connect you with those folks. All right, let's see, we got another couple questions. Asked if Yolanda is based in Phoenix. Yolanda is based in Phoenix. However, the SBDC is statewide. There's 10 centers across the state, and every county is covered by one of those centers with remote offices. So regardless of what county you operate in, the SBDC has somebody that can help you with your business.
Yes.
And the question that says Peoria question marks, actually Peoria has an arrangement, if I'm correct, Yolanda, that there's a satellite office at the Peoria Chamber. Is that still in effect?
Yes, we do have an agreement with Peoria, and if you contact the Maricopa Center, we have a team of people there that work directly with Peoria businesses.
All right, let's see. Ray, where are in Yavapai County? Yavapai County does have SCORE, Northern Arizona, and also an amazing SBDC office and team that's has offices throughout Yavapai County. So for Yavapai, the SBDC is based in Prescott Valley, but they have satellite offices in Camp Verde and in Cottonwood area. So
the best way to find us, obviously, is to go to our main Arizona SBDC website, which is azsbdc.net. And you can find all of the locations of all of the centers. We're hosted by community colleges throughout the valley or throughout the state. So that makes it a little bit easier to find us.
So we had a good question come in. That says, do you work with large businesses to secure vending contracts? So first, Hassan, what do you consider large businesses, or how big is your business as far as number of employees? And you don't have to answer it there. The SBA defines a small business for the most part as 500 employees or less, or I believe it's under 35 million or so in sales. And so there's a lot of larger businesses that still qualify as a small business according to the SBA. And with that, you can work with many of these programs. So I don't know if anybody else wants to touch on that, Carol or Laura or Yolanda.
I would just say that reaching out to one of us, one of our groups would probably be the best way, so that we can ask you a bunch of questions and figure out how we can help you. And if we can't, we will find someone who can.
Yeah.
To the right resource.
Yeah.
And there's some clarification. He says, I'm a small biz looking to secure a contract with a company like Amex or Intel. So the small business looking to get some contracts with some of the larger businesses. That's where the Arrow program maybe will help out.
Possibly, but definitely our counselors can help with that.
And then another avenue that's not on here that we didn't bring on this time, we've had on before. So there is a webinar in the content library, but the Procurement Technical Assistance Center can help you understand how to do business with and they're no cost, do business with the federal government. But that practice of going through that process can then help you also as you're looking for proposals that may come from larger private businesses. So great questions. Thank you. Feel free, we got a few more minutes that we can answer some of those.
I can see one in the chat that I could take real quick. Someone's asking if can you provide more than one service through Arrow video photography? Absolutely. In fact, I could use some video folks on our platform. Folks are always looking for video help, photography help, social media help, websites, press releases, business plans. Those are all the kinds of things that folks are looking for right now.
So I also see another question in there. It says, I'm in Globe and just need help understanding why I need licenses or permits to sell in other towns or city events. Is there no simple statewide license? There is not a statewide business license. And because of the way the taxes are in each county, each city can adjust their sales tax as well. And so it can be complicated. That's why we had the Department of Revenue on last week to help talk about some of that. But yeah, you need to, anywhere you're going to be selling, if you're selling at farmers markets, you have to get a license for each of those locations. And again, any of these programs can help you with some of that information. Same with our checklist. Our checklist can definitely help you identify what the communities you'll need that license in. Now, when you get a TPT license, once you have that, then you can submit through the Department of Revenue the sales tax for all those corresponding communities as well. Another question is, I need to determine whether my idea is better for implementation as a nonprofit or a private business. Who would
We
be
can
best
help
to
with
help with that?
We can totally help with that. We have a lot of that. We actually just, today will be the last day of our nonprofit boot camp that we started 3-4 weeks ago. And a lot of people, it's one of the biggest questions that they ask. So if you're interested in learning more about the upcoming class that we're going to be doing, I think this time we're going to do it virtually. And so connect with us. I put my information, I put my email in the chat. And then also phoenixwbc.org if you have other questions for the nonprofit world.
So one of the things we're going to do for everybody, instead of, so we're not blowing up email inboxes with a bunch of extra stuff, we're going to create a sheet, a page with all the links we talked about and some of the contact information, along with the presentations from each of these 3 presenters will be uploaded with the recording on the content library. So later today, you should find the recording as well as the presentations. And then we'll kind of create a little cheat sheet that has all the links that we shared today in the chat on that as well. So those that can't access it during the presentation or want to go back later will have that access. So you'll be able to find it there. I know that was brought up a few times, so.
I'd like to respond to Susan Edwards Odlum. She posted in the Q&A, I need it all. Capital letters, all. Each of our organizations can certainly assist you. The questions come up all the time, whether it's your first session or your 20th session. There's just always things that come up, and it's important to have a counselor, a mentor, whatever you want to call them, in your back pocket that you can call them, you can email them and get those questions answered and move along with your day and your business.
You know what, Carol, that was a great way to wrap this up as well. We're hitting up in the time and you could have answered it better. Whenever I talk to a business, I encourage them to have that business mentor, you know, as a part of their operating their business. Every CEO from every major corporation has people that they consult with, whether they're paid consultants or they're other professionals that they know that serve as a mentor. Every single one of them has somebody that they help rely on, and every small business should as well. I kind of liken it to the personal trainer at the gym. I can go to the gym, I need to go more often. I can go to the gym and I can get a workout. But if I go get a workout with a personal trainer, I get a better workout and a more effective workout. And the same thing happens with all these organizations, with the WBC, with SCORE, with SBDC. They are the personal trainers for your business. They can help you not only operate your business better, but they have other resources to help you as you're planning your growth, looking at growth. So not just the day-to-day operations, but as you look forward and you want to grow your business, they can help with that as well. So I highly encourage everybody to reach out to at least one of these organizations and see what they have and how it can help you with your business. And with that, we are right at time. So I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank Laura, Yolanda, and Carol for their presentations. They are great, all great partners of ours, and we work very closely with them. So thank you for being here. Again, all attendees, thank you for participating, and we hope you can make it to next Tuesday's session. But until then, everybody have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.